Y'all, it's 5 in the morning. Made it to my delivery. I'm just waiting on them to call me for a door. I just checked in. So, we just gonna wait and see, y'all. I'm probably gonna just go to sleep until they call me. Let's go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to sleep before they call me. I ain't like your boys swerving on that road, man. Hey, I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in though. Alright, y'all. So I entered this trade on gold for a 1-to-1. I do got my 1-to-2 mark up here. So as soon as price get to this 1-to-1 mark, I'm gonna trail my stop up to here. And if it comes stop me out, it's cool. We just secure the profits. But if it want to run to that 1-to-2, and yeah, if it want to run to that 1-to-2, you know, that's even better because I got my TP right there for the 1-to-2. So as soon as price get to this 1-to-1 mark, I'm gonna trail heavy. I'm looking for a break of this high right here. So if we could get that, it'll be beautiful, y'all. Go ahead and move my stop to break even right now. That way it'd be risk-free trade. And yeah, we just wait and see, y'all. Price coming down. Why is price coming down like that? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so like we finna get wicked out. I'm not moving that shit, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, we wicked out, y'all. 1676 in profit. I should have moved it because it's finna go back up. It's finna go back up and hit that. But reason why I let it hit my shit is because this wasn't really an A+ setup, so I wasn't really tripping. I just took it because I felt like taking it, and it aligned with my setup, but it wasn't an A+ setup. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I took it. You know, like I said, it is a risk-free trade. I made $16 on here. You know, I will be taking a second trade for the day. I'm just waiting on a better setup. And yeah, from there we gon', you know, we just gonna wait and be patient, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in on the next setup. And this right here, y'all, is exactly why I moved my stop to break even and secured that $16.76. Let me tell y'all why I got in the trade in the first place, right? Well, let me show y'all. So price is in an uptrend. So I noticed that price gave me a demand setup right here, right? This red candle, we had our imbalance candle attached to the red candle. We broke structure towards the upside, which is right here. Not the main structure point I was looking to break, because the main structure point I would be looking to break. Z, can you please move, please? The main structure point I was looking to break is right here, this high right here. So we're kind of in between because we haven't, if I go down to, let's say I go to the 15 minute, right? On the 15 minute, we're in between. Like, what I mean is, like, we had a high right here. Price came down. We never broke this low. We created a higher high. Price came down. We created a higher high. We never broke that low. We never broke this low. We never broke this high. So we're in between. So what I was looking, and then again, it just turned 9:30. Market just opened. So this was before market open, y'all. So I'm looking for price to either break this high to give me a, you know, a solid confirmation in which direction we're going with market open, or the low, right? So this was really a pre-market trade, so I wasn't really, like, you know, stressing it or whatnot. But I took it because it was a B+ setup, you know. Reason why it was a B+ setup is because everything lined up but my EMAs. My EMAs didn't line up. We was above my EMAs. Don't get it twisted. We were above the EMAs, but they weren't lined up how I usually like them. Like I say, I like them red, white, and blue in that specific order. The 15, which is right here, I would want to be where the white line is, where the 50 is. So I want the 50, the 15, 50, 200, right? So basically just switch the red and the white around. and that's why it's a B plus setup, y'all. So technically, you know, it was a decent trade, not the best. So it was like when I moved into profit, it was like, you know what, I ain't tripping, because I'm still waiting on market open for a better market structure and a better setup. So yeah, I just want to break that down for y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a better setup, wait for better market structure now that market just open, and I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in with what trade I take next. Okay, so look at right here. This is another setup here on NASDAQ. NASDAQ gave me a demand setup right here. You know, this is obviously a market open candle. Actually, I didn't check news. Let me check news real quick. See what we got going on today. 10 a.m. we got news. 9:30. Oh shit, we got CPI. Holy moly, guacamole, we got CPI, y'all. We got 4 red folders. Yeah, so today's a news day, y'all. So we're gonna be very, very, very cautious today. Very cautious. We're gonna wait till this shit settle, cause you know, if you know CPI, y'all know, shit. So we gonna wait though. You feel me? We got a setup here on NASDAQ. Only thing I would like to see is for this red EMA to basically cross over on the top of this white EMA. Have that lined up, then it'll be a beautiful setup, you know. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, see how this candle closed. We broke structure to the upside. Let me go on a higher time frame to see what we're doing. Yeah, on a higher time frame, you know, we obviously broke structure. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Drop down to 5 minute, drop down to 1 minute, see what the 1 minute doing. Okay, cool. 1 minute. EMAs not lined up on a 1 minute yet. They're not lined up how I like to see them yet. You know, I got red, blue, white. I need red, white, blue on a 1 minute, right? But like I said, market just opened, so it's a lot of orders coming in. Drop down to go to the 5 minute real quick. Yeah, we just gonna be patient, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in. So with this demand on NASDAQ, we do have news coming up at 10, so I'm gonna be very cautious with this trade. I would like to see how price reacts to my zone. As I go down to the 1 minute, my EMAs are starting to line up on my 1 minute. I got my red, white, and blue. Beautiful on the 1 minute, y'all. On the 5 minute, it's starting to form how I like it. My EMAs are starting to line up. So I technically want to see how price reacts to my zone when it gets here. Like I said, we got news at 10, y'all, so I gotta be very, very cautious, very cautious. But I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in whether I enter or I don't enter. So NASDAQ is a no-go. We will not be taking this trade. We just invalidated. We broke the low of my zone, and we continue to push downwards. And like I said, we do got news in 10 minutes, so we're gonna wait on a better market structure, and we're gonna wait on the better setup. So I was not seeing no fucking setup on the charts today, y'all. Like, nothing at all. You know, I was getting ready to get off, but as soon as I was about to get off, gold gave me this little setup right here. It's not an A plus setup, it's a B plus setup. Reason why, because my imbalance is not connected to this supply. I mean, this demand right here. I said supply, but I meant demand. This candle is not connected to this red candle. So that being said, for me, it's a B plus. You know, everything else lines up. We have a breakup structure right here. My EMAs line up how I like to see them, red, white, and blue. I'm just waiting on that tap to come back into this box and give me a breaker candle to the upside. I do not like this doji right here. I do not like that doji. I don't like how we went up and we rejected it towards the downside. So I would like to see how this candle plays out, how we react to this zone. I'm not really pressed on taking the trade today. Today is a news day. So with that being said, you know, I ain't really tripping it. You feel me? I ain't really stressing, because the market obviously didn't know which direction it wanted to go in, because today is CPI, y'all. So we just gonna be cautious, you know. On my 1 minute chart, EMA still lined up how I like to see them, red, white, and blue. We're just gonna wait and see how price reacts. I would love to get a breaker candle towards the upside so I could target my 1-to-1. Let me mark it right here. I love the rejection out of the zone right here. I love how we reject out of it. This will be a 1 to 2 right here. Go for a 1 to 1. I might go for 1 to 2. You know, obviously when price get the 1 to the 1 to 1, I'm gonna trail it to the 1 to 1 and let it ride for the 1 to 2. That way we can secure as much profits, you know. But from here we just gonna wait and see how price reacts, what price does, and we finna go from there, y'all. If the trade goes in our direction, cool. But if it does not give us a proper entry, I'm not taking no trades, and I'm gonna just be done for the day. I'm gonna call it a day, y'all. And I feel like knowing when to call it a day, when you clearly see that the market isn't aligning with you, it is not showing what you need to be seeing, you know, that's a good trait to have with trading as well. Just knowing when not to trade, knowing when the market is not providing what it needs to be providing for you. So I did get a tap into my zone. I'm just waiting on price to break this high, y'all. If price could break this high, it'll give me my entry and I will enter for 1 to 1, and I'm gonna call it a day. Market's not the best today. The structure of it is just all over the place, y'all. So I'm gonna just go ahead and secure that 1 to 1 and just call it a day from here. That's if it gives me an entry. If it don't give me an entry, then it is what it is. But we gonna wait and see, y'all, because, you know, like I said, today was a news day. Market's all over the place. So I got my confluences, but one, which is that this candle isn't attached to the demand candle. But for the most part, the setup looks somewhat decent. I just don't like this doji right here. This doji right here also is another thing that kind of throwing me off, you know. So I'm just waiting on that breaker candle towards the upside. That way I get an entry, and we're gonna see how the trade plays out. But like I said, I do not want to force anything as well, so I'm not too pressed on taking a trade that don't need to be taken. Alright, y'all, so the market not giving me shit today, I ain't gonna lie. You know, we had a small W, 1676, but other than that, I'm not seeing shit. I'm gonna call it a day because, like I said, today was a news day. I'm not trying to force anything. And then I feel like part of being a good trader is knowing when to call it a day, knowing when the market's not giving you what it wants to give you, and knowing that there's no opportunity there. So, and look, we just invalidated my zone. So I'm calling it a day. I'm done trading for the day. Picking up this load. And I'm gonna just go ahead and get up out of here, y'all, because like it ain't shit for me today. So come back tomorrow, we're gonna try again. Come on. Gotcha, bitch. I feel like you gotta train, go crazy, put your body through that pain daily, man. All to be a man is training. For real. I feel like only real men work out for real. If you don't put your body through that pain for real and train daily,
is you really a man? You feel me? Cause like, let's say this is just me ranting right now, but let's say everything in this world goes to shit, right? And we're at war and you gotta defend yourself. If you have not been working out, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's pretty much the obvious. You're fucked. You're gonna be the first to die. Real shit, because you don't have the endurance, you don't have the strength, the muscle, the capacity. We don't have the capacity. But nah, for real, if you're not training daily and putting your body through that pain and just trying to build that strength and that muscle each and every day, like, what is you doing? As a man, we gotta train. We gotta train. And this shit hurts, yo. This shit hurts when you work out and your body just aches. But that's part of being a man, for real, you know? We endure a lot. And not even just being a man, you know, women too. Women be working out. It's women that goes to the gym and they put more work in than these guys, for real. And I know it's women that put more work in than me, you know? But I feel like everybody really should be working out, like just training, because you never know. You might be put in a situation that you gotta defend yourself one day, or we might go to war one day and you gotta really defend yourself and your family. Or you, let's say there's fucking a big ass wave of like fire or fucking like a big ass flood, just tsunami, and you gotta run for your life. Or let's say we're getting chased by fucking gorillas, right? 100 men versus 100 gorillas, right? 100 men versus one gorilla. But let's say you getting chased and you gotta run for your motherfucking life, or you gotta fight this creature off, yo, but you don't have the strength because you ain't been training, you ain't been working out. Man, really gotta train, bro, because one day you might be put in that tough situation where you really gotta defend yourself, and you might not have the strength, but you might just be fucked. But if you have been training, you got some type of advantage compared to somebody that wasn't training, that wasn't putting the work in. You got some type of advantage for it. You feel me? But I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm about to go hop in the shower real quick though, I ain't gonna lie. Cause a nigga just put some pain in. I didn't work out long today because it is about to rain. The sky's gray as fuck. I just had to do something. I had to do something. I couldn't just chill and not do nothing for the rest of the day. You feel me? I had to put my body through some type of pain, you know. I took a trade today. That trade won. It wasn't a big win, but you know, I still felt like, you know, I did the best I could, but I feel like I could have done better. So I'm kind of disciplining myself because I knew I could have done better, because I was in profit at first. I was a couple ticks from TP1, y'all, but I didn't close. I was just waiting for price to get to that TP1 so I can move my stop and trail it to that TP1, but I didn't, right? So, you know, I'm just putting my body through that pain, being disciplined, working on my discipline daily discipline, y'all. That's how I'm gonna get better in life and on the charts. And I suggest y'all do the same. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off here, because as soon as I get out the shower, I'm finna KO. I'm sweating right now, but yeah, man, as soon as I get out the shower, I'm finna KO. And I hope y'all have a good one. I hope y'all like this video. Subscribe, share, comment.